On this episode of The Millionaire Mind, we sit with Wendy, who is going to tell us on how we can transform the bamboo plant from grass to grace, or better yet, from grass to money. This is The Millionaire Mind, and my name is Linda Alela.
My name is Miss Wendy Adhiambo Omanga, and I am a 25-year-old student at the University of Nairobi. And I'm the current Miss Journalism World Kenya 2018-2019. And so far I have a project called Moonlight Initiative, which is an innovation and research organization, which is in line with my e-commerce site, which is meant to sell the products which we get from the research that we do.
Business niche, it's time for it. And Wendy is on board. And, you know, in as much as maybe we've been talking about empowering our youth out there, nobody would ever imagine that they would boldly step up to the game and do the changes and the great things that they're doing in the world of innovation. And that would be my question. Wendy, you guys are doing so nice at this time and age, because if you take me back in time, we probably were not as aggressive as you guys are.
Oh yes, and I thank God for technology.
Were you?
Because it ushered in a new era of anyone can be a star. Anyone can make a change. It's not only the celebrities who have that voice who can actually make something happen, but now we are living in an era where anyone can do anything. We are limitless.
All right.
And whichever message you have, we have the social media to put it out there. So it's quite an amazing era we're living in.
Yeah, thank God social media is doing what it's supposed to do in a great way. Sometimes we fault it. Sometimes we fault it, but then again, the positives seem to be outweighing the negatives.
Yes, the people who are using it negatively should rethink.
All right. Message is home, I want to believe so. So, Moonlight, tell us something small about this initiative. What triggered you into starting it? Was it the Miss Journalism thing that, you know, sort of pushed you into it?
Funny enough, I started this project even before I became queen. Okay. In my third year at the University of Nairobi.
All right.
So basically, as you all know, the ule mama serikali saidia, that woman comes from our village. Yes, she comes. Yes.
Is it fixed? Is the flooding situation fixed?
Now, you see, now when that case came, then I thought, these are my village people, that's my community. What solution can we find to help mitigate that problem which the river? Yes, then I started doing my research. That's when my life as a researcher started. And I went online, researched. I discovered that bamboo is accredited across all international organizations, United Nations being one of them. And I said, you know what, this is it. We need to start planting bamboo along the riverbanks. So when I dig deeper, I realized, oh my God, we have the biggest freshwater lake on earth. And that river lies on one of the biggest wetlands in the country. And it's actually not being taken care of. So that caused the flooding. And when I realized bamboo is the solution to that, then that's where Moonlight Journey started.
Wow.
And the name actually came from, when I look at the situation, we are living in dark times. So basically, Moonlight, we are shining the little light from the sun that is
coming in handy.
Yes, to the community. To the
community. That's amazing.
Or to the people of Kenya or Africa, you name it. So that's how the name came to be.
Wow, that's amazing. Certainly, of course, at this point, you're thinking, do I have a good idea? Is it worth going out there and pushing? So what consultations did you make? I mean, where exactly did you start and when, you know, to sort of see this initiative where it is today?
Actually, I started blindly.
I can imagine.
I did not know the value of what I had. So the more I kept talking about it, the more it kept revealing itself. Then I went to my partners in Uganda.
Right.
And I saw large bamboo plantations, and I was like,
it's
oh my
huge,
God.
Man. They eat, there's something called malewa. You know, it's more of a bamboo.
They eat bamboo shoots.
It is amazing.
Yes.
It is sweet.
Even the Chinese
it is a delicacy. Or even the Chinese.
Yes, it is.
I know.
So basically, when I saw the plantations, I was like, you know what, no one can convince me that it is not doable.
Right.
And the Ugandan government is actually supporting their people 100%, anything to do with bamboo. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to go back to my country in Kenya and start preaching this gospel of bamboo, and I became a self-proclaimed bamboo ambassador.
All right.
So the moment I started putting hashtag bamboo ambassador, people kept saying, Then the networks,
I know, right?
the network started coming.
Uh-huh.
Then I started getting mentors who were already in that field.
Wow.
So they plugged me into Bamboo Association of Kenya, which was formed last year, September. So we are yet to have our AGM. It's still fresh and green. So I'm very lucky to be amongst the few youths who are in that network.
So what about bamboo? Is one question that people would, it's okay, so you tell me hashtag bamboo, so what? You know, this is just a grass that everyone sees all around. We do not know the essence of it. Why and what about it?
The journey of bamboo is quite deep. And right now, no one can deny that climate change is not real. Just this year, we were hit with a cyclone in southern Africa.
It was bad.
We all felt the earthquake. No one can say that climate change is not real. And why bamboo? Bamboo because it's the fastest growing plant on the planet right now.
Right.
There are some varieties which grow for up to 1 inch a day. It takes 4 years, 3 years to mature depending on the type, but there are some which grow 1 inch a day. Like it grows rapidly. The cover comes quite quick.
All right, so definitely someone would be asking, okay, then it's okay, bamboo. What about bamboo? What is it that we're doing with bamboo this time around? So first of all, to ensure that, yes, we're having the climate and the environment conserved in the best way possible. And equally, we're putting these bamboos to use.
We are living in times when the value chain for bamboo is non-existent.
Right.
And that's why Bamboo Association of Kenya was formed, in order to address the challenges that we are facing, those of us who are in the bamboo industry. And this is because it cuts across over 3 industries, be it health industry, beauty industry, construction industry, scaffolding, There's so much.
And you yourself, you get. I noticed that you've taken yourself into almost everything that bamboo is all about. You know, you're into the business, but you have a nice blouse, and you were like telling me that this is from bamboo, and I'm thinking, really?
This is bamboo fabric.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What about it? Just something small before we come back to that line of thought.
First of all, it's biodegradable.
Wow. Okay.
And it's 95% bamboo, 5% elastane. Yeah.
Who would ever imagine?
I
See,
know.
I used to hear about bamboo, and I'm just thinking the mats. I'm just thinking the simple straws that I just don't know well.
Yeah.
So when you tell me that we can go to that level of having it as a fabric and all that, even better, it's something that we can eat. Even better is that it's transformed into an organic form where it helps in when it comes to question of just making the best of your natural beauty here and all that. So I was like, when you incorporate all this, the production of it, it's quite vast. How are you managing, or how, I mean, how do you just get to go out there and spread the message of this one thing that can be transformed into very many useful things?
First of all, my passion when it comes to the bamboo fabric, it comes from me being a model.
Okay.
I've been modeling for the past 4 years, ever since I've been in first year.
Wow.
So, and it's been my dream to have my own line, my own fashion line. Though I did not see this coming.
Yeah.
So basically, when I looked at the textile industry, we have a huge gap, which even our own president knows about, and he speaks about the textile industry. And funny enough, the first runway show which I did in 2014, the president was there, and it was a textile innovation fashion event. So that's where my journey started with the whole fabric and textile industry. So actually my dream when it comes to the bamboo textile is we need to have investors come on board. We need partnerships. If it's bringing in the machines to make the fabric, because the cotton industry is dead.
It is.
And the mitumba industry is killing the local fashion industry.
It is taking center stage, yes.
Yes. And why not beat 10 birds with one stone?
I know.
Yeah, like plant bamboo, fix climate change issues, environmental issues, create employment. Because how else are we going to create employment to our youth? Everyone is asking serikali, watu wanaomba serikali.
I know.
But actually,
serikali imechoka, man, what are we doing about it? But it's true. I think I sort of agree to that. The fact that, and that would have been my question. I mean, how are some of these products manufactured in the country? Have we started embracing this? Do we have we gone to that level where we have industries that are actually dealing with bamboo in as much as it is readily available today in the country? But before we go to that. That aspect of just marketing, you probably got yourself into it a bit. Being a product that is done, I mean, people are just starting to embrace the benefits of it.
Yeah.
What is the market like? You know, in just you come with this organic product and you tell me it's from bamboo. I mean, how's the market like? This beautiful, you know, attire, bringing it to me and trying to convince me that, by the way, this is not cotton, this is not what you think, this is queer 95% bamboo. So the market itself, I know it must be challenging.
Yes, it is. But I can say that right now we are saying goodbye to fast fashion.
Yeah.
And we're ushering in the new era of eco fashion.
Wow.
Sustainable fashion. And when I bring bamboo textile on board, that's the backbone of sustainability. When you look at how fast it grows, what kind of climate does it need? Because it's used even for land reclamation.
Yeah.
So you can imagine it's quite
in what way really does it come in as an alternative or maybe affordable alternative to fashion?
Affordable alternative to fashion. Right now, when we talk about affordability, the fact that we are not doing it in our country makes it not quite affordable.
So this is the conversation that we need to have.
Yes.
I mean, how easy is it for us to have it running in the country? Is it realizable? Is it possible? And how are you dealing? Like, how do you get your products, first of all, into the country? The processes of shipping and all that. And how easy that can be. And, you know, at what point, you know, when you look at this and you're thinking, in how many years can we give it? In as much as maybe also we're talking about the Big Four agenda. We've seen President Uhuru Kenyatta focus much on matters manufacturing. Like, is this realizable for us to actually just have investors, like you said? Or even as a country, take that initiative to go ahead and have the bamboo, you know, industries right here in the country and just make the best of it.
Yes, the market is quite big. And the most interesting part about it is, it was quite weird because Ken Poly have actually taken it on board and I was like, okay, so I started singing it. Now they're listening.
They're listening.
Yeah, but, oh God.
I can imagine. I know that's a laugh that tells me of your story. The difficult times that you've probably gone trying to penetrate the market and trying to spread this gospel.
Actually, I feel so bad that I have to import it into the country. Though it's not quite a hassle getting it into the country because right now we have drop shipping apps. So right now, currently, we're importing them all the way from Europe.
Whoops.
But one thing that's why I'm advocating and championing for investors to come on board. If it's getting the machines at K-Free or wherever, we get it going. Because we have bamboo, but not so much. Not in large scale, but it's available. It's available.
All right. I can see us with some beautiful, I don't know whether, you know, sometimes I look, it reminds me of my primary days where we used to play the saxophone or something, some of these things. So these are straws.
Yes.
Looking at a situation where we just want to get over and done with plastics because of the environmental hazards that it comes along with. So tell us a story about this.
Now, when it comes to bamboo straws, basically we are promoting sustainable living lifestyle. The government of Kenya has banned use of single-use plastic straws in the country.
And not giving us alternatives.
Exactly. Especially, and it has actually affected the coastal region because the ban started there. And the ban was actually affected and they were not given alternatives. And then I said, okay, you know what? Why not bring an alternative? Which is reusable, recyclable, biodegradable, and you can actually reuse it and wash it, dry it, and reuse it again. So you can imagine in the hotel industry how much money they are going to save from using single-use plastic to reusable bamboo straw.
All right. A couple of other you know, products that we would say, you know, you've actively seen, you know, coming from bamboos, and you know, people are embracing them. Some of other products that.
Yes, we have bamboo vinegar. We have bamboo activated charcoal. We have bamboo leaf tea. We have bamboo air purifying bags. I've also ventured into the organic soap industry. So we have also bamboo vinegar soap. Bamboo activated charcoal soap. Which are already in the market.
Now that you also mentioned about charcoal, I remember the conversation that we were having before we started this on the fact that you know, we do not want, we're in that anti-logging campaign and we do not want people to go out there logging, and of course it's been an issue in the country. But then again, we equally need charcoal. So can bamboo come in as an alternative also towards us getting, you know, charcoal that can be used, you know, friendly for that matter?
Yes, it is actually the best alternative right now, because first of all, it's fast growing.
It's fast growing.
Second of all, it can grow in any terrain. Third of all, you can actually just burn it as charcoal and use it and actually package it because of how it looks and its dynamics and dimensions.
Yeah.
It makes it so easy to package and to brand it. So basically right now the best alternative for the charcoal industry is bamboo.
They're here clearly, like
Instead
you say,
of cutting down a tree which has taken
yeah.
of almost 50 or 30 or 20 years or 10 to grow, why not plant bamboo?
All right.
The variety which grows over almost 1 inch
every
a
other
day.
you might reach a point whereby you literally do not need it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
and burn it and sell it.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you working with other people in the country. I know you said that sometimes you import some of this and, you know, you have partners abroad.
Yeah.
But in the country, so far, what kind of help have you gotten or what kind of access have you had towards just continuing this initiative?
Basically, one of my mentors who really held my hand in this bamboo industry is called Martin Mukenya. And he's the one who plugged me in Bamboo Association of Kenya, where we have now the bourgeoisie who have the plantations. And now me, the youth who has the idea. So basically, they've had my back, and through that, I've gotten support from Kefri.
Right. Your main goal, and you know, your call to the government towards embracing this.
Basically, my call to the government is to fund research-based projects.
Yeah.
We need to take research seriously in this country. Because even though I've studied political science, look at me. I'm venturing into agriculture
a whole
and other
different.
things.
Oh no, you're not serious.
Yeah.
You're right.
So you can imagine right now the government needs to support the youth, especially when it comes to funding, and especially in research. Research on anything, leave alone bamboo. So basically, that's it.
Wow, that's
because that's the main challenge.
That is the main challenge.
Because it's an expensive idea.
Right.
Yeah, because you can imagine even buying the seedlings. A seedling right now, the market price goes for almost 200 shillings a seedling. And you can imagine a youth who wants to start such a business. It's quite expensive because you also need land for that.
Right.
So as youths, we need that support in terms of assets, land, access to land, access to funding. Yeah, basically. That's the main.
Well, we would have heard that on Money Talk, but all the same, I think, I hope it lands to the right ears as it stands today. Everyone is watching, so definitely it will at least land on the ear of one person who's going to pick this up. Africa at large, you know, endowed with resources. We look at our motherland, our nations and all that, and we can only celebrate what or how rich we are or what has been given to us by the heavens. But do you suppose that we are failing in terms of tapping up on the resources that we have, the key things and the great things that we have? Probably some of these countries that actually are focused on, you know, this bamboo plantation and just transforming it into something that is good, do not even plant bamboo. They probably come to Africa for these strokes and all that. So what would be your advice again to the world at large, to Africa, you know, in terms of us embracing our very own resources? One
thing I'm going to tell Africa right now is, I believe in the next 30 years, Africa is going to be a first world. And by the time we get there, there's something we have to do in between. And I believe that that era has begun. And when you look at the data right now, Africa has the largest number of youths in the world. We are the most. And we are very educated, but we are unskilled. So you find that people are crying, oh, unemployment, jobs, yet we are the ones who are supposed to be creating our own employment. We are the ones who are supposed to be using our own resources instead of people striking over I don't know what, you know. We are the ones who are supposed to be taking full control of that.
Well, you're not the very same person who's just acknowledged that it is quite a hard task. So what is this thing that keeps you going anyway as we wind up on Business Nation?
Oh my God, what keeps me going? It's passion. I'm just passionate about, I just want to see it grow. And the fact that I've been modeling for the past 4 years, I wouldn't mind retiring with my fashion line and mentoring other African youths who want to venture in the same line. Because why just become a model and let it end like that, or become a queen and do nothing about it? And I believe that's how people leave legacies.
Congratulations. I mean, great mind right here. And we can only hope that we get that support that we are actually talking about right here on Business Niche. Before we go, I'm in that family of Akina Doubting Thomas. You know, like I have to give it a shot. I have to taste it. I have to be sure that yes, this is legit. So Shiro is going to bring us some, you know, juice, and so we can give it a shot and see
give it a try.
This is
functionality.
You know, the mrija and everything. And wait a minute. So side gani do inafaa kwa juu?
Any.
Any?
Yes.
Looks like One is okay. Well, whatever.
It's a plant, so they're all different. All the
Okay.
straws are unique.
All right, so let's
And
give it a shot and see
special.
whether it is as legit as they say. It is working. You see,
Yeah.
I'm here to ensure that the viewers are convinced.
Yes.
So there's no way they can get convinced if we just have them on table. And that's
Even
the reason.
yogurt.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ice cream. Because uji.
Good enough, by the way.
You can-
Good enough. You're right. So that's our business niche.
Yes.
Great minds. Right there. Of course, we'll be talking to you later on Money Talk.
Yes.
But first, we cross over to Colleague Talk, where we get to hear what your friends think about this whole idea.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name's Dietrich Botan. I've been working with Wendy Omanga for the past 1.5 years. Actually, my current position in organization is a research assistant, and we've been trying to solve problems related to environmental issues that have been going on for a long period of time, and we've been doing a bit of research and engaging ourselves in educative and content so that we can come up with the perfect solution to curb the environmental problems that is going on in the country right now. I really do enjoy working with Wendy. The type of energy that's around her, it's uplifting basically. She's an outgoing type of person. She's a problem solver by nature. She's outgoing. She encourages the people around her, and she's always a mentor type of figure whereby she lets you know where the problem is and she lets you look for the solution yourself. She gives you directional information on where you can get the solution by yourself. So she empowers. She empowers me when I'm around her. I feel empowered and I feel like I'm the best version I can be when I'm around her. Definitely, I would love to work with such a person as Wendy. Wendy is a natural problem solver, and I do love solving problems. I do love getting the thrill to solve problems, and the fact that we have formed an initiative that is solving environmental problems, there's nothing as amazing as being part of that. So I would really love to work with Wendy. Definitely, she's an amazing person. And I do love the energy that she brings, the creativity, the initiative that she has. And so far it has improved my life, and it has improved the people around her, basically. Our workmates, our colleagues, our lives have improved. The people that we used to be before we met Wendy and the type of person that we are now, there's a drastic change. Because she's the type of person that empowers you. She tells you where you can solve your own personal problems. She actually helps you realize your personality issues, and she's a leader in nature. And so far so good, we have learned a lot with her. The process has been very lovely, it's been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to another more years of adventure and more years of problem solving in the initiative. Yeah. Hi Wendy, I really wanted, I'm here to tell you that please go on with the work that you're doing. You're an amazing person. So far we've solved problems and we are here to solve other bigger problems, and I'm very happy with the fact that we are going to bring happiness and we are going to solve problems that are currently and being related to environmental issues in the country, and I'm happy with the fact that I'm part of your team, and I would love to wish you good luck in your journey and success.
Yes, so on Money Talk, as a student, you'll certainly probably expect them to start small with the kind of pocket money that they get and everything. But I will not assume. I will want to ask you this question on the matters of capital and on the matters of just running the entire business in your own view, you know, at the research that you've conducted. What do you make of it? Is it an expensive business? It is an easy business, or?
What I've learned as an innovator is First of all, it's expensive because even just branding alone, it's a budget. So one thing that I had to learn on my own was to learn how to do my own branding.
Yeah.
If it's making my own logo, if it's developing my own website,
Right.
if it's making my own digital content, I had to learn to do that on my own.
Wow.
Because I couldn't afford to hire
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
to do that. Because you get to that point where you really want it to work, you want it to take off, and you can't just say that because I don't have capital, I can't do it.
I can do it, right.
So you get on your feet and you do it on your own. So apart from that, it's been quite a challenge, especially being a
imagine.
student,
Yeah.
going to classes, being a model, also getting the time. But one thing I can say is people are listening.
And people are listening. That's the beauty of it all.
Yes.
At least that's a beam of hope in a way.
It
If you say
works,
it
yes.
works. That's
Yes.
amazing. And when you say people are listening, then I'm asking today, have you gotten any funding towards saying this a success so far, or how did you start yourself? Because I was just trying to figure out what price that one costs, and I was like, wow. It really needs, yeah, it's not very expensive, yes, but equally when you talk about the shipping prices and
Yeah.
everything, then of course it makes it much more expensive.
Talking about funds,
Yeah.
do you know I started from my campus room,
Wow.
the packaging.
Aw.
Yeah, all from my University of Nairobi box, Hall 20.
Yeah.
That's where my dream started.
Wow.
So you can imagine how small.
I know. A big dream starts from.
Yes. So
Now, roughly, I'm assuming you want this to grow big,
Yeah.
and you don't just want it to grow big with
Yeah.
other people, but you also want to be part and parcel of this.
Yes.
So you must have gone on ground to understand how expensive it can be to
Yes.
sort of just plant a bamboo plant and
Yeah.
all that, the seed and everything, up to that point where it can be something that is useful.
actually, Kefri has really come in handy
Yeah.
when it comes to that, because I realized people in the market, they're setting their own prices, and some of them, they're overinflated. Because actually the information which I found out from Kefri was a bamboo seedling should go for 50 shillings.
Okay.
But in actual sense, what people are peddling out here is 200 bob. So you find that the people who don't have the right information,
Right.
you end up being misled, or you get this person who's selling you bamboo seedlings, but they don't tell you what next. After it's grown, how are you going to make the end product to
Right.
translate it to money? So there's that.
How are there ways that you can come out to say it's okay? This might sound expensive, but there are a lot of things. Okay, well, aside from the benefits that can justify the prices that we have on these commodities that are coming out from bamboo.
The justification of prices. First of all, it depends on where are we getting them from.
Right.
Are we getting them from Kenya, from East Africa, from Europe, from depending on the distance and the people involved, that's what affects the prices. And that's why I'm really championing for investors to come and invest in Kenya, so that we bring the machines, because they're available in China. The Chinese have been doing it for over 100 years.
Wow. So
Yeah. So the only bit which is left is to bring the machines. We start setting up production units, be it the textile industry alone. Because you can imagine something as simple as bamboo toothpicks, a household item.
that's what we keep asking.
Which is in every
honestly, we are
household,
importing toothpicks. Look,
From
that's absurd.
China, and it's bamboo.
That is absurd.
And it's bamboo toothpicks.
know.
And no one
A friend
can
of mine
say,
was telling me, if you look at a machine that makes
I
toothpicks,
know.
it is this tiny, and you're asking yourself,
and right now Kenyans are saying that we don't have jobs
Or in- that's
or
just
employment, or there's no money. Yet we are importing toothpicks,
Toothpicks,
from China,
kibiriti and
and
all
we
that.
have bamboo.
I know.
We have the labor, the youths are there.
now that is making so much sense.
Yes.
Right here on Money Talk. And I'm sure you must be asking yourself, how much is this true? How much is that beautiful blouse? How
Yes.
much is what and what? You learn about all that on
Yes.
Commodity Price.
I can even see some bamboo trees over there.
Clearly, you
Yes.
have eyes for bamboo. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's true. I've never noticed. There's like, honestly, but it's a nice thing that at least you have eyes for that and
It's
everything.
around
It's
us.
around us and all that. It's more
Yes.
of a fence, a good thing, clearly.
Yes.
And the beauty that bamboo brings along to some of the places,
Yes.
by the way, is just amazing. And I think I am in agreement that sometimes we have very incredible things around us. It's
Yes.
just that we do not
We
have
don't
eyes,
realize, yeah.
extra eyes to get to see the beauty of them all. And not just beauty, because then this beauty can be transformed to something that can bring money, can bring food to the table. As I sip this, we say thank you so much for joining us right here on The Millionaire Mind. My name is Linda Lela. Thank you so much, Wendy. Great
Karibu.
move that you're doing.
Thank
and I
you.
can only wish you nothing but the best.
Appreciate
Because then
it.
this is going to bring employment and so much so into the country that is of benefit. Up until next time on The Millionaire's Mind, see you.